Welcome back, my ladies and gents, to another video. Today I will be bringing to you guys my shrimp Alfredo curry jerk pasta. So here I showed you guys the broccoli already. Only thing I did was cut the broccoli off the stem and had added a little bit of salt and had it in cold water. Here we have a pound of shrimp with the tail still on it, and what I'm going to do is take the tail off of it because I do not like shrimp with shell or the tail on it while I'm eating. It's just a lot of work. It's just a lot of work. So here you see me just about to wash the shrimp. Any meat kind I wash, I always wash. The tails are off. I plucked the tails off already, and I washed it about 2 times before I reached for my lime juice, and I used about a half a cup of lime juice to wash the shrimp. And because I didn't have any original lime or lemon on hand, I always have lime juice, or I would use either lime or lemon or even vinegar at that to wash my meat kind, because it's definitely a go-to. You must wash your meat. It is a must to wash your meat. I repeat, you have to wash your meat no matter the meat kind. It is a go-to to wash your meat. So here I sped you guys up a little bit. That was the black pepper, Stop and Shop, adobo seasoning, original chicken, fish, whatever. That's the adobo seasoning. That's a Jamaican jerk seasoning. I don't know where my sister got it from. My sister used to live with me and she left it there. It's an amazing jerk season. Here I'm going to find the Sazon. I put Sazon in everything. I love Sazon. And that's a no salt Sazon. It doesn't have any salt in it. And here I'm going to be adding the Grace. Here I'm going to be showing you the Grace jerk seasoning and the Blue Mountain Country Jamaican curry powder. So those are all the seasoning that I use on my shrimp. So right about now, I'm going to start with the black pepper. I'm going to put about a tablespoon of black pepper. As island people, we really don't measure things. We go by the eye. We use our eye to measure things. So I don't even know. But I'll say like a tablespoon of black pepper. I use the whole entire Sazon packet in this shrimp. By the way, that's a pound of shrimp, and I got it from Stop and Shop for $6.99. Stop and Shop had it in their freezer section, the lower freezer section. And here I'm adding the adobo. That's about a tablespoon and a half, you can say. And I got the shrimp in the lower freezer section, not the stand-in freezer, but like the deep freezer section. And here I'm adding the jerk seasoning. That's about a tablespoon and a half if you want to eyeball it. This Grace seasoning, sorry, I had to sneeze. The Grace seasoning jerk marinating sauce is about a tablespoon, and the curry, you just gotta eyeball it and see how much curry you needed. I really can't say how much curry I put in there. I'm a curry fan. Curry doesn't run my belly. It doesn't hurt my stomach. Initially I would burn the curry, but I didn't in this instant when I'm making this dish. But you can go ahead and burn your curry before, so you didn't even have to add the curry here if you didn't want to, but I went ahead and did so. So I'm just rubbing, we call it rubbing up the seasoning on the shrimp and marinating it in it. And I use my hand. I don't like gloves. I go all the way in. Right now my nails are yellow because of the curry, but I use my hand to basically season my food. You can use gloves if you don't want your hand to be stained by the curry. So yeah, go ahead, guys. Hopefully, you guys are following so far. So here I have my water boiling. I added salt already, and I added oil. That is for my fettuccine, whatever pasta. It's pasta. It's all pasta to me. And I have my stove on high heat. And I'm gonna let that come to a boil before I add the pasta in. And I have my skillet. Well, it's like a wonton type deep skillet, and I have it on high heat as well. And I'm going to be seasoning. I have scallion, I have Scotch Bonnet, and I have garlic, and I have bell pepper. I have my shrimp. I have my heavy whipping cream, my Sargento whole mozzarella, and authentic Mexican blend cheeses. Those are my ingredient, and of course I have my broccoli on the side waiting. So here I have my skillet, my wonton type skillet, and I'm going to be using Blue Bonnet, and I took a tablespoon or more of my Blue Bonnet butter out of the container, and I'm going to be adding at least a tablespoon of oil, canola oil, and it's about, you could say, 1 to 3 ratio. So 3/3 3/4 butter and 1/4 oil. And I'm going to be adding all my seasoning in the pot, all the scallion, the pepper, and the garlic and bell peppers, while my pot is over there coming to a boil for the pasta. So here I'm just gonna have that come to a little, build the flavor up, and I turned the fire down to a medium heat. So that went down to medium heat because I didn't want it to start dissolving too fast, because as we know, as you cook, I can't talk, as you cook, your season does dissolve. So I didn't want it to dissolve too fast. Now I headed for the shrimp, and I'm just gonna add the shrimp because I sped this video up, so obviously I keep on saying but yeah, I'm just gonna cook the shrimp down, let the shrimp get a color. And when shrimp is no longer raw because it becomes pink, and I'm gonna have it come to that consistent of it being cooked, because I need it to be cooked all the way before I go ahead and add in the heavy whipping cream. And you guys could use milk, and you guys could use whole milk, and then add mozzarella or parmesan to do the Alfredo sauce as well, but I rather use the heavy whipping cream. So there I have all my seasoning, my marinating season still in the pan from where I seasoned the meat. So I'm just gonna have to add the heavy whipping cream, and I'm gonna add a little bit, about, I would say, a half a cup of water, or not even, I would say 1/4 cup of water to the whipping cream that I just added into the rest of the marinating season in the pan that was left behind, because I want everything. I'm not leaving no man left behind, basically. See, I got everything. I need all that flavor to build up. So that's what I did. And I still had a little bit more of the heavy whipping cream in the box. So I'm just going to dump it all out. And yes, I do use the whole entire carton when I'm doing this recipe. So I don't know the milliliter. Maybe I should have looked at the box. But I'll look at it and I'll list it down below. Everything will be listed down below. The exact measuring for that will be down below. And as you can see, the shrimp is becoming pink, and it's becoming to the texture that I want it to become. And I'll be adding the heavy whipping cream and the rest of the marinating season. And yeah, I'm gonna let that simmer, come to a boil, come together. All of that is going to just sit there and simmer, 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 and thicken up a little bit. It's not going to thick up a lot. That's the reason why I have the cheese on hand. It's not going to thicken up a lot because if I had the Parmesan cheese on hand, I could have added it then. But yeah, I'm getting every little all my money worth, so I'm draining that box. But yeah, checking the water to see if it's coming to a boil as yet. I turn that down to a medium-low heat because the water is not boiled. I actually put too much water because I should have started boiling the water a long time ago for the pasta, but I completely got distracted and I started doing other stuff before. Basically, I got ahead of myself. So I'm just gonna keep on going and moving around the shrimp. Make sure nothing gets stuck at the bottom because I don't want it to burn. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep on watching it while I'm watching the pot for the pasta. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. I hope you guys are following my instruction. I hope it's not too hard. I hope you're understanding what I'm trying to get across. And every flavor that I've added so far, every seasoning that I've added so far, notice I haven't added any salt because everything is flavorful already. I need no salt in this recipe whatsoever. There was butter that was added. Butter itself contains a lot of sodium. I need no type of salt being added in this recipe. So I hope you guys can see. I'll bring you guys a little bit closer because I'm checking the pot for the pasta, and it's not. I got frustrated with myself because I'm like, why did I wait so long to turn on this pot of water, and why did I put so much in there? But it is what it is. But like I said, ladies and gents, every flavor accounts. Every seasoning that I put in this recipe accounts for something. The jerk, if you don't, it's spicy. Oh, I must advise you guys, it is a spicy recipe. It's not extremely spicy, but it's spicy enough. So do be advised that it does have a little kick to it. If you don't like spice, all you have to do is cut back, and you can actually take out the jerk season. If you don't have any jerk season, you can actually take it out. And do remember to taste your pot. I do taste my pot on the side. So while cooking and stirring, I am tasting my pot on the side. I am tasting to make sure that I don't lose my flavor. I don't lose the oomph that I'm looking for. So, here I'm showing you the type of pasta that I used, or spaghetti, however you want it to be called. It came to a boil enough where I can actually add it in, and I'm happy because it was taking forever. When you watch the pot, it don't go fast. It really doesn't go fast. So it's not a good thing to watch your pot. But like I was saying, every flavor accounts for something. So you guys can look at what I add, and you guys can see what you want to add and subtract from it, and see what is for you and what's not for you. Definitely, okay? Here, I'm just going to show you how the pasta looks in the pot. I'm just going to keep on stirring it, and have it come to, you can choose to have it come to al dente, or have it basically just boiled all the way through with the pasta, because it's your preference. I'm still going to leave it on the stove for a little bit because I'm going to add the shrimp over into the pasta and then add the cheese so it can all come together and thicken up. So it's all your preference. Like I said, all your preference. It's all your preference. And here I'm gonna add over the pasta, the shrimp, Alfredo sauce and everything, the seasoning with the shrimp and everything that I just made over into the pasta. I'm gonna add the broccolis as well. The broccoli is the last thing to be added because I did not want to lose the broccoli. I did not want to lose the broccoli. The broccoli will get wilted, and if you put it in too fast or you put it in before time, it will get mushed out into the ingredients. And here I'm going to add the cheese, Sargento cheese, which is the mozzarella first. And it doesn't matter who goes in first. They're all cheese. Mozzarella, and it's like a cup of mozzarella and a cup of Mexican authentic Mexican blend, Sargento cheese, and that will pull the whole entire recipe together, and it will thicken up the Alfredo sauce. And because I'm using a spatula, it's splashing everywhere. So as you can see, I had a lot of cleanup to do afterwards. So upset with myself. But I was happy with the ending result, and as you guys can see you guys will see at the end how fabulous my plate looked. My plating looked so amazing. And yeah, I love how this ingredient actually came out. And with this, I actually turned the stove off and I let it sat for at least 10 to 15 minutes so it can all come together and thicken up. So you have to let it sit for at least 10 to 15 minutes. Here I have it on low heat, and it's still coming to the consistency that I would like it to be. I left it on for 10 to 15 minutes to sit. So here comes my plating. The broccoli was still standing firm. Pasta was good, and the shrimp was great. So ladies and gents, I hope when you try this recipe, it comes out how you want it to come out. And I just want to say thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys for coming by and stopping by. Do remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.